Hey everybody, this is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for another devotional. Today we are in Malachi chapter 3, verse 18, the last verse of this chapter. It reads this way. God says, "Then once more you shall see the distinction between the righteous and the wicked, between one who serves God and one who does not serve him." So this verse is pretty clear. There is a distinction between right and wrong. But our problem, I think, is we don't always see that distinction. Or maybe we don't want to see the distinction because it might condemn us, let's say. And I really do think that this is a significant issue in our time because individuals and businesses and media, maybe teachers and preachers, sometimes intentionally blur the lines between right and wrong to maybe get the outcomes that they want. So they will do or allow certain things to happen that they will believe give them some kind of advantage. For example, they might tell most of the truth most of the time, but then spin it with a tiny bit or just a little bit of disinformation. Some will even justify it as a half-truth, not a full lie. But the problem with this is that when repeated long enough, our judgment becomes blurred and impaired. Then our moral standards shift, don't they? And this new standard kind of, if it gives us an advantage, we will even confirm or defend our position. And as a result, the former moral standard is lost because, well, we have blurred the lines too many times with too many half-truths. What we have done is we have now created our own standard. And even worse, every individual has their own. So now we have our own ideas about gender and marriage and government and happiness. But guess what? None of them line up with God's standards, and that was the problem here. But this is not true for the redeemed. They have a different perspective because they know theirs is always skewed. They are fully aware that they need someone outside of themselves to determine the moral standard, and they have conceded that only God can do this, that He is righteous and He is holy and He is unchanging. Therefore, His standard is the absolute best. So they have decided to serve Him. And in serving Him, they see with new sight because they're given redeemed minds. For those who serve God, the distinction is always easy to see. So, fellas, if you're irritated today with all the immorality happening in the world, good for you. This might be because you serve God and have a redeemed mind. I love you guys. I pray this has blessed you. If it has, share it with someone else. And I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.